wasn't yours. I'm going back, I'm going back, I'm going back, I'm going back, I'm going back to who I was before. I like me better, I like me better.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. It is the first day of 2021 and hopefully the last time I got to talk about 2020 here on my channel. As you can see by the title, today I am wrapping up my foundation hunt series for the year 2020. If you're new here, at the end of the year, I'm a little late this time, but at the end of the year I do a recap on every foundation that I tried throughout the year. So if you guys want to see my, well, not final thoughts, but my ending thoughts of the year on the foundations I tried, then let's go. I believe this was the first one, I want to say this year, but last year that I tried. It is the Maybelline Dream Radiant Liquid Hydrating Foundation in the shade 130 Cocoa. It was a nice foundation, natural finish. That's really like the best way I feel like I could describe this foundation. Just, I feel if you were looking for the utmost just there natural finish foundation, I would point you in the direction of this. They actually have another foundation which reminds me of this. I'm like, did you just repackage that one? Because I feel like they did the same thing and I had the same reaction with that one. Like, okay, you're just a nice foundation. I feel like I didn't do anything. It was there. You know, you put products on your face and it wore decently throughout the day, but like there was nothing that stood out about this. But you guys know how they have that concealer pen? It's like a radiant concealer with a little purple packaging on it. They have a foundation version of that I tried a couple years ago. I found it on Amazon. I feel like, is this repackaged formula of that? Because I feel like they have the same finish, same wear, all that stuff, maybe even like the same shades. And it's just like a newer version of that and they just do the same thing. So nice foundation, but nothing impressive about this. I can't even say, you know, it does this or it emphasizes that. I feel like it's just putting liquid your skin tone on your face and calling it a day. And then I tried the Milani Screen Queen Natural Finish Foundation. I used the shade 510 Golden Sienna. People were saying this is going to give NYX's Born to Glow a run for its money because it's drugstore. It has a good shade range and the formula was supposed to do wonders throughout the day. I'm not saying that it's giving Born to Glow a run for its money, but probably one of the better drugstore foundations that launched last year. You guys know my boo aunt helped with the shades for this foundation, so there is range with this one. Okay, that's what happens when you put people on the team who actually, you know, like care about putting out quality things. But the actual wear of this foundation, for me, I feel like she was giving me a little more soft matte, or when I wear it, I feel like it gives me a little more soft matte, wears nice throughout the day. And one thing about this foundation is it does have a blue light filter, so if you are still wearing makeup to work, or if you're working from home, which a lot of people are probably doing right now, working from home, going to school from home, Zoom classes, you're in front of a computer all day, you're in front of a phone screen all day, that might also be something that you want to consider. But probably one of the, there are a couple, so I'm thinking about my words, probably one of the better foundations that came out for 2020. If you have oily skin, it might be one that you want to check out as well, but you know, I'm just saying, she ain't touching my Born to Glow. At this point, I don't remember the order for the rest of them, so I think I'm just going to start pulling foundations as I see them. I tried the Bite Changemaker Supercharge Micellar Foundation in the shade D175. Good foundation that actually surprised me because I think I was saying this not too long ago. I feel like you don't hear much about Bite Beauty. Like you hear Bite and you're like, oh yeah, that brand exists. But like other than that, do you like intentionally go to Sephora's website looking for Bite Beauty? Even though they have nice things, it's how the brand markets themselves. You know, their relationship with the public isn't the best. Not because they did anything, but just because like you're not doing anything to catch anyone's eye. But this is actually a good product if you have oily skin, especially if you try this with the primer that came out with it at the same time. Those two together, listen, chef's kiss. Sometimes brands come out with those products where, yeah, they play nice when they work with other things, but they're probably better off with that brand's stuff, or if they come up with like a specific collection within that collection and you use it all together, it's chef's kiss. So this one, I specifically like this because of how it wore for my oily skin. I don't remember if it had any claims of it being, you know, like a mattifying type thing. And the thing about it is I like those type of mattifying soft matte foundations that are not, you know, mattifying. They're not Kat Von D type mattifying because they still allow your skin to breathe. They still kind of give you like a skin-like finish, but it's going to have long wear throughout the day. This, I feel like it's weird right now because we're at a time where it's like people, they kind of aren't doing full faces. You know, some people say like they don't even put makeup past that. So I'm trying to think like the best way to recommend these if you are still wearing makeup, if you are still going out. So I gotta think about that. But I feel like this is a nice everyday foundation, a simple foundation, easy to just grab, throw on, and go. Not so much one that I would, you know, like if I'm dressing up to go somewhere, not one that I might necessarily reach for, but it was a good one. It was like a secret one because I don't even remember like it being talked about that much after it came out, but still a good one. This is the Hue Noir True Hues Flawless Matte Foundation, and I tried this in the shade Hazelnut 013. I believe this is sold at Target, I think so. But this one, it was a nice foundation. I feel like if you're looking for mattifying, this isn't going to do that for you. And I feel like if you're looking for soft mattifying, like you have oily skin, so you're looking for something that's going to do some type of mattifying, probably not this. I don't know. If I think matte foundations, this one isn't coming to my mind. Kind of giving me like the Maybelline foundation, natural finish. You know, it's going to do a little something to your finish as far as like mattifying goes, but as far as, you know, if you got oily skin, like oil control, that's what you need the mattifying for. It doesn't come to mind for that type of foundation, but it looks nice on the skin. It wears nice throughout the day, but I'm talking like the oily skin out there. If you are looking for something that it's going to give you that oil control, it even has matte in the name of the foundation, probably not this one, but this is cute for, you know, quick little outing, quick little errand that you're running and going. I don't remember how many shades this comes in, but this is a cute foundation. I feel like if you're catching my drift here when I'm saying, oh, it's a nice foundation, or, you know, it's cute. It's cute. That's how I feel about it. It's just, you know, you there. I see you. I'll put you down now. The next foundation, I don't have an actual bottle because I just tried samples, was the Plain Jane Beauty foundation. I'll have pictures insert for any foundation that I don't actually have here. But that was a banger of a foundation. Wears nice throughout the day. I think the shades were like mid, like but I had an actual shade to try in that one. The shade was a banger, the formula was a banger, the finish was a banger. Like that was, why didn't I get the full size bottle of that one? Oh, I'm thinking about it, like why didn't I get, because I used up the sample, I just didn't, probably because again I forget simple tasks that I'm supposed to accomplish, so that's probably why. But if you were thinking about that foundation and you don't know, you realize you have the same skin concerns that I do, or skin type, stuff like that, and you're wondering like how it's going to hold up, at least for me, I can say, listen, that held up great. Well, and the video's there as well. That held up great on my skin. I really like that one. So now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, I probably do need to go buy the full version of that one. Then I tried the OPV, oh wait, no, I have that foundation. Why didn't I pull that? I was like, hold up, no, I know I saw that foundation. I tried the OPV Stick foundation in the shade 13. Y'all know foundation sticks aren't really my best friends. I've only tried a few that actually hold up nice on me. I would say this one kind of reminds me of, not Hourglass. Now, I wouldn't say Hourglass because if you guys have seen me talk about the Hourglass Vanish foundation stick, I mentioned that I feel like that thing never dries down on me. But other than that part of the Vanish stick of the Hourglass foundation, I feel like this foundation kind of reminds me of that one, but I guess a little drier than the Vanish foundation stick. That's probably why that one never dries down on me, because it is such a creamy, natural finish foundation. But this one, it's still creamy, but it's a little drier than that one, but I still feel like this kind of has a natural finish to it. The wear on this, scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably say like a 6, 7, but right now, like we shooting for 9s, okay? 9 or better for the wear of a foundation. So this is going in that, like, you nice, but you know, probably better suited for someone who doesn't have my skin type. Of course, you can make anything work if you want to, but I'm also in that mood of, I ain't trying to make you work, all right? You gonna work with the minimal that I do. And if I really, really want to make it work, then maybe I'll go above and beyond. And then I tried the Jackie Megiddo. I know I just butchered that entire name. I don't remember how to say the name of the brand because I didn't pick it up again after I tried it the first time. That one was just a no-go. I didn't like, out of the entire week, I know that was the one that I disliked the most, because that was during my you guys know I do foundation hunt week twice a year. That was during the first week of the year. I know that was the one that I disliked the most out of all of them. The wear wasn't that great. The shades were so I just passed on that one. You know, I don't want to drag too hard on it, so I'm gonna keep pushing. And then the last one I tried was the Range Beauty Hydrating Foundation, which that was my second time trying that foundation. I think I just tried it in a different shade earlier last year of 2020. So I tried it for that second time just so I could see if I could find a shade that actually works for me. And because, you know, the first time I tried it, I was still kind of on that like matte, everything has to be matte wave. So I didn't feel like I liked it the first time around. So, you know, older now, have a different taste in makeup, so I was like, let me give it another shot with like a different face routine. And actually I did like it better the second time trying it around, but still one of those, like, you're just going in the nice pile of, okay, you know, you're nice on the face, nothing too spectacular about it, natural finish, at least for me. Yeah, I was about to say soft matte, but no, natural finish. Now I really am just gonna start grabbing foundations. I don't know, I feel like you guys probably don't even remember that I tried this, but I tried the NYX Bare With Me Tinted Skin Veil in the shade Deep Mocha. NYX, the shades on this one, I don't care about these brands saying it's tinted moisturizer, so that's why we only need 6 shades. Anyway, shades aside, I feel like if you have tried Born to Glow and you're looking for a like tinted moisturizer version, then you'll probably like this. I'm not putting this on the same level as Born to Glow, but I feel like it reminds me of Born to Glow in a way, but in a tinted moisturizer type of way. Actually it was kind of soft matte, like mattifying enough to control my oil throughout the day, for especially, you know, tinted moisturizer. And it's not one of those tinted moisturizers where it's too tinted moisturizer. You know, like the type where it really looks like you just dropped a drop of foundation into your moisturizer and mixed it around and put it on your face. I don't like those type of tinted moisturizers. I like the type that's like, yeah, you know, you're a little bit more light coverage on the sheer side, but you're still giving me foundation. So that's why I like this. Probably one to break out during the summer, which is when I tried it, because like I said, you know, like that soft matte oil control type thing, but definitely on the, you know, tinted moisturizer side. So if you are shopping from NYX and you want a foundation, I would recommend the Born to Glow. But if you want a tinted moisturizer, this Bare With Me, if you can find a shade, is a nice one to check out if you're looking for a tinted moisturizer. Okay, I tried the Milani Cream to Powder Foundation in the shade 288 Walnut. When I was purchasing this on the website, I didn't realize it was a cream to powder finish. So when I tried it for the first time, I was a little worried, like, it's cream, oily skin. The thing is, my skin likes the finish of cream products. My skin doesn't wear the best, especially with like a whole bunch of cream products on my face, so I gotta balance that out when I'm using them. But this wore nice throughout the day, especially, you know, like using other things that would control my oil and stuff like that. This is a nice product. People said that it was one that they brought back or something like that, because I'm like, why don't people talk about this? That people don't talk about Milani enough in general. Why don't people talk about this? But I think people said that this was a product that they actually brought back that's kind of years old, so maybe that's why people forgot about it. But I feel like because of the cream, it gives you a beautiful finish on the face. Because it's cream to powder, it lasts nice throughout the day. I would say the coverage of this is, you know, like medium. You can get whichever, you know, you want to go low, sheer, you want to go higher with high, you can do that. But I feel like the best way, well, the best, at least for me, coverage worn with this would be like medium, just for those like simple makeup looks, not trying to get too done up, but not trying to look like you didn't put anything on either. Like that would be, if that is what you envision in your mind that you're going for, probably the best one that you'd want to pick up for that. You know what I'm saying? Because like, yeah, you can get any of those variations, but sometimes you're like, listen, I just want the one that's full coverage out of the tube, okay? I just want the one that's sheer out of the tube. I don't want to have to keep layering and then I layer too much or I don't do enough. So just give me it out of that. If that's the range you're in, you'll probably like this one. Another powder foundation that I tried was the Urban Decay, it was Stay Naked. Stay Naked, the Fix powder foundation. I tried this in the shade 80NN. If you know about their liquid foundation, that one I use in 81NN. So if you use me for a shade reference, don't get those two confused. But this is what the powder shade looks like. I liked this powder foundation. Today, I'm wearing the Huda foundation stick with the Fenty on top of it. But before I tried the Fenty powder foundation, I was wearing this powder foundation on top of the Huda one because as a powder foundation, got oily skin. My skin loves it. Okay, the wear, loved it throughout the day. But I want just like a little bit more coverage. Powder foundation sometimes can make it look like, did you put on foundation? Sometimes. It depends on the product that you're putting on. And I feel like this gives good coverage on its own, but like mixing this with other products, like you're gonna get that finish that you want, especially since I still feel like it kind of gives me like a skin-like finish. So when I mix it, especially with that foundation stick, it's Chef's Kiss, it kind of got the boot a little bit because of the Fenty powder foundation, but I'll definitely still keep picking this up. But if you are just looking for straight up powder foundation, don't want to mix it with anything else, certainly a one that I would recommend out of the powder foundations that I have tried in general, not just 2020. Okay, I tried the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Foundation, Hydrating Foundation. You guys know they have the tinted moisturizer version, so this was supposed to be like the tinted moisturizer version, but just in a foundation formula. Stick with the tinted moisturizer. If you didn't hear me, I said stick with the tinted moisturizer. It was just okay, which is off to me because what I was just saying about tinted moisturizers, how, you know, like I want the tinted moisturizer that's still gonna give me foundation. So they gave me the foundation. I was like, I kind of want the tinted moisturizer. I don't know what it is. I just prefer the tinted moisturizer as foundation compared to the Pretty Fresh foundation. Tinted moisturizer, I felt like had good oil control. I like the finish of it, and this one, it had a nice finish, but like maybe this one was more natural of a finish than the tinted moisturizer. I don't know what it is, but I didn't pick it up again after I tried it, and it might have been the shades, or at least the shade of this one that had me like, I don't really care for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that down. Probably be the last time you guys see that foundation. I tried the Ordinary High Coverage Foundation in the shade 3.2N Deep. I was actually surprised by how much I liked this product. It's affordable. The wear was great. Probably one of the best. Yeah, probably one of the best days out of 12 days foundation hunt at the end of 2020. And I was surprised because I tried the Serum Foundation version. I did not like it, but I've come to realize I don't think I really like serum foundations. I just don't like how they wear on me. But this one, listen, the coverage is there. The shade, are the shades there? I think again the shades might be mid on that one. But I mean, you know, I think that might be the worst thing that I can say about them, is that their shade range, it's not the worst, certainly not the worst that I've seen, but it's not the greatest shade range out there. But if you can find a shade in this, the coverage is great, the wear is great on this throughout the day. I think all skin types would like that, so definitely pick that or check that out on Ulta's website if you're on there, or, you know, their own website. So you guys know Rare Beauty launched last year. I picked up their foundation in the shade 530N. I picked this up in 530N because I had heard that their shades correlate to the ABH foundation shades, and in ABH I wear the shade 530N, so that's why I picked up in this one. But I think this one was a little too orange. Might have been a little too, yeah, I think it was a little too orange. Like when I apply it, it looks orange on my face, but you know, like after blending it out and stuff like that, it does balance itself out. So I would try this in a different shade, but the foundation itself, I feel is a, you know, just a nice foundation. I actually liked the concealer of this better than I liked the foundation. So if they made like the concealer formula in a foundation, you know, type of product, I'd probably like that more than I like this one. Not to say that this one isn't good, but it's, again, it's just one of those like, okay, you were a nice finish. And that's kind of how I feel about those foundations that are just kind of, you know, natural finish foundations. You like those natural finish foundations have to do something for me to be like wowed by it, right? But this one, you know, like, okay, you're cute. Literally the cute product, but the whole theme of the brand Rare Beauty is, you know, very no makeup, very, you know, you're just applying this because you want to, not because you need to, and you don't need to apply makeup at any time for any reason. But like that's the theme of the brand, you know. It's like makeup is just because it's fun. I mean, you and your you know, raw form is the best form, all that stuff, right? So that's the theme of the brand, so it makes sense that that's what the foundation is like. But you know, to me, like, you're just, okay, it's okay. I tried the Black Radiance Color Perfect HD Mousse Foundation in the shade 8453 Toffee. I found this on Amazon. People are like, where'd you even find that product? That's where I got it off Amazon. I got it off, or I was on their website and I saw it and they said it was out of stock, so I went on Amazon. I don't know. Listen, I came across this product, okay? It's their mousse product. Again, another one of those like, you know, you're okay. Mousse foundations kind of have me a little iffy because kind of like the Hourglass Vanish thing, depending on the mousse, sometimes I feel like it doesn't dry down on my skin, so my skin looks like wet throughout the entire day. This one didn't necessarily do that, but I wasn't that impressed with this foundation, so again, probably last time you see me talk about that. I did try the Black Opal True Color Pore Perfecting Liquid Foundation in the shade, I don't know, oh, in the shade Suede Mocha. This is a banger of a foundation, now that I remember it. This is a banger of a foundation, especially for my oily skin out there. For a good minute, I was checking this product out in a lot of my videos. The finish of this is nice, like I said, for oily skin. The longevity of this is there, okay? I would say this, I'm trying to think, is this like a running errands type thing? Are you trying to get dolled up? I think this might be, you know, like a little closer to those days you want to get dolled up, okay? You want people to know that I sat down and I did my makeup today, and you're going to see it. I think this might be a little more one of those type of foundations. Of course, you can put this on to, you know, go run errands or go to school, go to work, stuff like that. But if I was thinking, especially out of the foundations that I tried last year, one to sit down, you know, I'm beat, okay? I've got places to go, places to be seen. I've got to take vacation pics. I've got to take these type of pics, like those type of foundations. Yeah, this is actually probably one that you would want to break out for that type of look. So if you are more of that type of makeup wearer, that might be one that you want to check out. I'll just get it out of the way. The Huda Beauty Foundation Stick. I wear this in Chocolate Truffle 540G. I feel like I talked about this a couple times at the end of 2020 because of like the best of videos, stuff like that. But this melts into the skin. It's a foundation stick that actually wears well on my skin, even though I have oily skin, and it's not like a mattifying type of product, or I don't think it claims to do any you know, oil control or stuff like that, but it still does enough to where it's one of my favorite foundations that I tried last year. And yeah, I feel like I talked about this one enough, but the video was there. The other videos of me talking about this are there. Banger. The best foundation that came out last year. One of the best to come out last year, if not the best to come out. I finally tried the Too Faced Born This Way 24-hour undetectable super long wear foundation. So this is the matte version of the Born This Way foundation, and ironically enough, I have been through a journey with this foundation, okay? I tried the original one years ago, and I had tried the deepest shade that they had at that time, which was not deep. Then they came out with another deeper shade, which, okay, we're getting somewhere. Too Faced, then you guys know they collaborated with Jackie. And all those times I was trying it, after the initial time, I was only trying it just to see if I had a different shade in the foundation, because I already knew how I felt about the foundation, and the way I felt stayed consistent. With, like, if you watch the videos, the way I feel about the foundation stayed consistent. It is a, you know, natural finish foundation. It has a good wear throughout the day, but not the best if you have oily skin. So all those times I was saying, if they just had like a matte version of that foundation, it'd be everything that I dreamed of, right? And then they came out with the matte version of it, and I like the original version more than I do this one. This one I feel like it's just a little too matte for me. So, you know, if you are like in hot places, stuff like that, then maybe you really do need that, you know, extra boost of matteness for your face. But, you know, me, for the most part, I can get away with like soft matte type things and still have good wear throughout the day. So I think I said in the foundation hunt video for this that I would probably rather wear the original one and mix that with, you know, like a Fenty Pro Filter for the oil control in that foundation, and like that finish on my face more than this one. But, you know, I haven't tried this in the summer yet, so this might be one great for me for the summer as far as controlling my oil and stuff like that. But the only thing with this one is I felt like it was a little too matte, but I did try it in the winter, so we're not gonna completely write this one off, but for right now, yeah, I'd probably stick with the original foundation version of this one. I tried the Ulta Youthful Glow Foundation Serum Drops in the shade Deep Natural. I like this. Again, I mentioned it's like, I don't know if it's like the serum things. Those type of skincare makeup products, I just don't think are for me, because sometimes I feel like they leave a cast on your face. And for me, I don't know, like my oily skin, I don't know. You would think like maybe it's adding, you know, hydration into you, or like it's extra skincare so my skin would like it, but I don't like the finish of those type of products. So I didn't like this one. I don't remember anything else about this other than I didn't like that one, so you can keep it going. I tried the Nars Soft Matte Complete Foundation. Okay, people said that it's Iguazu. That's how you say this. Watch someone say I'm still saying it wrong. But it's Deep 3. The shade, I was gonna say the shades will be listed down below. I don't know if I can make that promise. I'm gonna remember to put the shades of every shade that I tried down below. But it's a new year, so you know what? No, I am going to list all the shades that I tried them in next to the foundation name in the description down below. But best foundation that came out for oily skin, soft matte, so it still gives you like that nice natural finish, skin-like, all that type of stuff, but it's matte enough that it's gonna last you throughout the day. Looks beautiful on the face, wears beautiful. Nars usually has a good shade range. I know some people say that they don't have the best of luck with Nars shade range. I know I have had to try different shades within their foundations. Like I know I've tried a couple sheer glow foundation shades. I tried a couple natural radiant foundation shades. I tried a couple of this one as well. But like once you do find the shade, like you're good to go with that one. So one of the best for oily skin that came out last year. One that surprised me, like this one confused me. Like, do I like it? Do I not like it? But I did like it. It's from Kosas. It's their Tinted Face Oil, and I tried it in the shade 8.2. You know, maybe it was like the face oil part of this. Like, you know, it's a face oil and you got oily skin and you think that's gonna work for you, but it did, okay? It looked great by the end of the day. It wears great on my face. Definitely one of those days where it's like, I'm not trying to do too much today. And, you know, I just want to like even my face out, something like that. Those type of days, definitely not, you know, you got the Grammys at 8 p.m. You try to get a whole beat face, not this. That's not what you would break out for this. Probably break this out for that. But very nice, you know, like everyday foundation, especially right now, having to wear a mask and stuff like that. If you are just wearing makeup like from the nose up and stuff like that, probably a good foundation for that. This one, we were also close to me being like, listen, you are probably the best to come out in 2020. But there's one little thing about this that I don't necessarily care for. This is from e.l.f. It's their Camo CC cream. This is new. Like this only came out like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I tried this in the shade Deep 540N. The only thing I don't like about this is, you know, because it is, well, they emphasize the SPF in this a lot. It's got an SPF of 30. sometimes when you mix sunscreen in with these products, they start giving like that cast. You know, with the flash test, some people said they saw a little grayness, some people said they didn't. Even just like putting it on my face, some people said they saw grayness, some people said they didn't. That's the only thing I don't like about this. And someone pointed it out. They were like, can y'all stop putting, you know, SPF in foundation? Like, let me put the SPF on my face myself. I know you're trying to give me that like 2-in-1 type thing. Especially for me, like I didn't even realize it had SPF, so I already put SPF on my face, and then I have a product that has SPF in it. Like, you're doing too much now, okay? I want to be able to take flash pictures. That's the only thing I don't like about this one, but other than that, if you're looking for a CC cream, if you wear like CC cream when you travel, stuff like that, or if you're looking for something so you don't look, you know, like you just woke up, you know, crust still in your eyes, stuff like that, something to brighten your skin up a little bit. This is good for that. But that's probably like the best way. Or, you know, you got some little beginners at home, you don't want to go out, buy them a full coverage foundation, but you want to let them play around, but not play around with like Claire's makeup, even though some of these brands out here be putting out stuff that you would think came from Claire's. This would be a nice alternative to like letting them start out. They can, you know, get a sense of what type of coverage they like. You can build with this, so if they want to try a little bit more full coverage, a little more sheer coverage, and it won't look, you know, full-blown beat on their face. I tried the Smashbox Halo Healthy Glow Tinted Moisturizer in the shade Dark Neutral. Good for Smashbox because, you know, Smashbox, like, what have you guys been doing for the last 3 years? You know, I feel like they fell off. But it's just okay in comparison to like all the other things that I've tried. So good for them that they have something else from their brand that you can say, oh, that's a nice product. But, you know, compared to your competitors, like you're just okay there, especially for tinted moisturizers. This is one of those, I feel like, you know, you just drop some pigment into an actual moisturizer, mix it around there and put it on your face. So a little too close to the tinted moisturizer. For me, I need a little bit more foundation from tinted moisturizer, so that's why I'm just kind of like, you're okay, but you know, let's move on. What is this? This is the Sephora Matte Perfection Tinted Moisturizer. I tried this in the shade 15 Suede. This is one of the tinted moisturizers that I would recommend. One of the ones I would put up there as some of my favorite tinted moisturizers because she's a little closer to the foundation formula, but she's still giving you tinted moisturizer, and it's one of those like you can dress it up, you can dress it down type of things, especially right now. Actually, I'm trying to think right now, if I'm sitting here right now thinking I need to go somewhere but I have to wear a mask, so which one of these would I pick up? I might start gravitating towards this one, but then I might end up picking this one up instead, especially if for some reason you want to throw makeup on to run somewhere, but like you gotta come home. It's like I gotta wash that off and stuff like that. You know, you start thinking about that, then I really might go with this one. But this is a nice tinted moisturizer, nice for, you know, quick little occasions. Maybe not so much, you know, like doing it up to the point of going to dinner, but if you're going to brunch, I would definitely throw that on. For me, if you gotta take pictures for the gram, I would definitely throw that on just for something quick on the go. Another one I would put up there that I liked for the, no, this one was not a, this one? No, this isn't a tinted moisturizer. This is from Giorgio Armani. It's their Neo Nude True to Skin Natural Glow Foundation. You saw the video on this. I said that this kind of made me think, did they make Luminous Silk in a tinted moisturizer version? But this is not a tinted moisturizer. I remember this is not a tinted moisturizer. It's a foundation on its own. But it kind of reminds me of Luminous Silk, but in a lighter way, even though Luminous Silk, if you guys have tried it, is a light foundation. That's the best way that I can describe it. If I had to pick between the two, I would probably go with Luminous Silk, but I think this is like $20 cheaper than Luminous Silk, and you pretty much get the same effects of wearing the Luminous Silk foundation out of this Neo Nude. So if you've heard, you know, celebrity makeup artists talking about the Luminous Silk full version foundation, but you look at that price tag, that's like $60, and you're like, I don't know about that one. And you want to try it for like, I don't know, $20 cheaper. Try something similar for $20 cheaper, then this is a nice foundation. The shades of this are mid, but other than that, Nice foundation. I tried the Makeup Revolution Xxx. Okay, in the shade FX16. A banger of a foundation. This was a good foundation. Probably a foundation that I would mix with one of these more natural like the Too Faced Born to Glow. Probably one of those if I wanted to wear a natural finish foundation, but I needed like some more oil control, a little bit more matteness in my face, but still have a nice, you know, natural finish. Probably one of those foundations. On its own, it's just giving me nice, you know, nice oil controlling foundation. But I don't know, sometimes that's just how products in your mind look best for you. Like on your own, you're just all right, but like mixing you, I know if I mix you with something else, you guys are gonna give me a bomb combination. So that's how I see this one. But if you are interested in getting this just on its own, nice foundation. It's got oil control. I believe they have the shades for this as well. This comes to like, I don't know, 40 or 50 shades. So like, this line that Makeup Revolution put out was a banger. If you guys saw the full face that I did of this one, but after I did that video, I started using this like in combination with other foundations. So that's why I don't remember much about it on its own, but I know I remember the oil control for this foundation. And oh no, I was gonna say the last foundation, but the second to last foundation that I tried in 2020 was the Makeup Revolution, another Makeup Revolution, Conceal and Glow in the shade F14.2. No for this foundation. And you know, my favorite foundation is Born to Glow, so it's not necessarily because the foundation has the word glow in it do I have to shy away from it, but this one I could have shied away from because it was just a no-go. If you guys saw the video when I came back after the check-in on how this held up on my face, it did not. The shades on this are off. Ulta does not have all the shades this is available in, so if you are interested in this, go to Makeup Revolution's website to get your shade. But yeah, I could have lived without this one. I've tried the matte Conceal and Define, the original Conceal and Define, the hydrating one. Stick with those if you're looking in this Conceal and Defined collection from Makeup Revolution, because this one just wasn't it. And then the last foundation I could talk about, and also the last foundation I tried in 2020, was the Fenty Pro Filt'r Soft Matte Powder Foundation. I tried this in the shade 445. No, I wear this in the shade 445. I wear the liquid foundation in the shade 445 as well. Banger of a product, a good way to end the year. That's what I'm trying to think, like, what would I say was the best foundation to launch in 2020? It's somewhere between Huda and this Fenty one. I've worn the Huda one more because I've owned it longer, but I haven't worn this one that long, and it's still up. I have both on my face right now together, so it's a tie between those two as far as I'm concerned. But this soft matte is giving what Fenty needed to give. Listen, when it comes to Rihanna, you know, I believe she has oily skin herself. When it comes to her putting out products for oily skin, she's gonna do what she has to do, okay? I think I said in the video, like, if you are someone who was kind of like, the original foundation was too mattifying for me, maybe you will like this one because it is more soft matte of a finish, but it's got its oil control. It still has a like skin, like, you know, I know you're wearing makeup, but like at least I can't look at you and it looks like I could legit dip my finger down your face and a whole bunch of product's gonna come off on my face, on my hand, right? So I love the formula of this. The shades are the same as the original one. Someone said, because I think I said I prefer 445 in this compared to 445 in the liquid foundation. People were asking why. I feel that they're technically the same shade. Like the shades correlate to an extent, but because this is a powder foundation, if you guys notice when you open up powder foundations that they look light in the pan, right? Come on. They look light in the pan and you're like, how is that going to correlate with how this looks in the pan with my face? But it does, right? When I put it on my face. Maybe that is why I prefer 445 in the powder version compared to the liquid version. The liquid version is fine for my skin tone. It's just when it gets to like winter and stuff like that, you know, you're not going out as much, especially right now. You're not seeing the sun as much. Your skin, you know, starts getting a little paler, a little duller for some people. So 445, like that is my exact shade when I am my exact shade. But you know, in winter, like you start not being your exact shade. So that is the only reason why 445, like I play around with that around winter time. But other than that, like no, they're pretty much the same shades. You know, the powders, they're just, again, like, see how light it is in the pan, and then I put it on my face and it works out, right? So that's another reason why I like powder foundations. I'm out of breath. But yeah, those were all of the foundations that I tried in 2020. I'm looking at it, I know I definitely did not try as many as I've tried in other years, just because COVID hit. I don't know, we're in for a good minute, everyone was just like, what are we doing? So for a good minute I didn't try foundations. So hold on. And then there were the few that I didn't have the actual physical bottle for. So I think I tried, it'll be in the title of the video. I think I tried, I don't know, 23, 24 foundations this year, which is like half of the foundations I've tried in other years. Like some years I've tried close to 50 in one year. So that's just another testament as to what the year 2020 was. I know there are already foundations lined up that I'm supposed to be trying this year. Urban Decay just launched a tinted moisturizer. Revlon sent me that foundation I talked about in one of my Let's Talk About New Releases videos. I don't know if you guys want the video on that, because I don't know if you guys have seen the foundation range on that one. So let me know in the comments down below if you want the video on that Revlon one. It's literally sitting right over there. But there are already foundations that I am supposed to try for you guys in this year. So who knows, maybe by the end of 2021, I'll have double the amount to talk about, but this was still a lot to talk about, okay? Like I said, your girl is out of breath. So, yeah, that is the end of my yearly wrap up for all the foundations that I tried. I hope, you know, me testing out all these foundations helps you know what, maybe if you were thinking about checking it out, maybe, you know, I gave you the little push you needed to go find your own shade, see how it works for you. Maybe, you know, you saw one, you're like, I don't even want to bother with that. Like, I just know that ain't gonna be it. Of course, you know, take everything that I say and make your own decisions. Read other people's reviews, watch other people's reviews, and, you know, even if I don't like it, you can still check it out. I watch people say they don't like things all the time and say, you know what? I want to find out for myself. So, but, you know, that is why I'm here. I am here to help. I hope I helped you guys with anything that you were looking for in foundations. And yeah, that is it. Like I said, hopefully that'll be the last time gotta talk about 2020 here on this channel. I know it won't be, but again, we're going into 2021 being positive, right? So that is it for this video. Make sure to thumbs up, comment, subscribe, turn notification bells, all of that down below. Thank you all for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.